Hey guys, it's Rob. Welcome to Fix and Flip Fridays again, and we are talking about money today. I'm doing my own producing. So, hope you guys can see this. There's a little chart here. A lot of people think when they come to me and ask me about flipping, they think that money is the hardest thing to come by, but it's not. It's actually, like I said on my first video, finding the deal. So, but we'll go over the different ways that you can finance your investment, your flip, and once you find the deal, just so you know, the money will come. That also comes from networking. Also, don't ask for money online. In public, the SEC will come after you, so don't do that. But anyway, so there are 4 ways that I'm going to talk about today. The first one is using your own money. A lot of people use their IRA and they use self-directed IRA. And I don't know if you can see back here, but what I'll do is I'll talk about these points: ROI, interest rate, points, and the term of the loan. So on this one, it's not a loan. Well, it is. You're loaning yourself the money if you take it through your self-directed IRA. Talk to your CPA. There are a lot of rules and regulations. So, just be mindful that it's not as easy as just taking the money out. You can take the money directly out of your own personal account, your savings, or your checking, if you put money aside. But if you're going to use your own money, ROI is going to be really low. If you're using 100% of your own money, it's going to be really hard to be able to scale and buy 2 or 3 properties at the same time. If you want to do 1 a year or 2 a year or 3 a year, you might be interested in using your own money, but just be mindful that the ROI is much higher, return on investment is much higher when you borrow money, when you have partners. So the interest rate on your own money, again, self-directed IRA, that will come into play. Talk to your CPA about that. Obviously, if you're using your own money out of your savings account or checking account, that does not come into play. Points do not come into play, and term may come into play with their self-directed IRA. I don't believe so, but term does not come into play when you use your own money. That stuff comes into play when you go on to number 2 here, which is we're going to discuss fix and flip lines of credit. And again, we're just going to do a brief overview of all these. If you have any questions specific to your situation, feel free to reach out, Rob at themeallyteam.com. Fix and flip lines of credit. They're out there. A lot of the bigger lenders will do that, like Finance of America. You may know lenders around you who are brokers. They may get into that. They are more intensive as far as the upfront legwork that you have to do. It's almost, the paperwork you have to do is almost just like any kind of mortgage, any mortgage. They're interested in a lot of the information about your bank accounts and your experience and stuff like that. But once you get that done, that's only has to get done like once a year. Then they are going to the lender they're only going to want to have information on the specific property that you're intending on flipping. So once you do that in-depth normal mortgage type application, that's done for the year. So return on investment is higher with a fix and flip line of credit and private money and hard money. higher than using your own money. Interest rates. Fix and flip lines of credit, you can go anywhere from 6.99 to 12.99 type thing, interest rate. Also, you will have to come up with 1 to 2 or 3 points to get that. Points meaning percentage of the entire amount that you're borrowing. Also, all of these different other ways, you will have to come up with a percentage down. So as an example, fix and flip lines of credit, they may require that you come up with 60, 70, they may give you 60, 70, or 80 or 90% of the purchase price, and 70, 80, 90%, even up to 100% of the rehab. So that's something to keep in mind. You're gonna have to come with some skin in the game on all these other three. Like I said, the fix and flip line of credit is typically lower interest than hard money, which is why some people like it. And once you get that application process done, it moves pretty quickly. So you can get something like that closed in 20 to 30 days once you find a deal. And that's really important. You're going to want to close pretty immediately. That's part of the value proposition of using, this is we buy houses cash type stuff. So it's not always all your own cash, but with these situations like fix and flip line of credit, you can close within 20 to 30 days. Now another option, my favorite option, is private money. And typically they are people who you know in your sphere, or friends, family, people who already know you, or you can get to know them through people that they have a relationship with. They typically use a self-directed IRA, and they are private individuals just like you and me who have money that they would like to invest. Interest rates, so return on investment is really good. Private money, typically there's no application process. So it's faster, you get the money faster, you can get the money anywhere from 7 to 14 days. Interest rates are right in line pretty much with the lines of fix and flip line of credit, anywhere from say 7% to 12%, it just depends on your relationship. Also, points are anywhere from 0 to 5%. It depends again on your relationship. The great thing about this is once you establish a relationship, the deeper it goes, the better usually the rates get, the fewer the points are, and also the quicker you get the money. I mean, you can get them, if you can get money in 7 to 10 days from a private lender. I mean, that is cash. We buy houses cash. That's cash. So that's my favorite way. So, I mean, you may know somebody who is looking to invest their money. The stock market is not giving them the yield that they would like. Some people actually have money in CDs or just in a checking or savings account. They're not making a lot of money. Just tell everybody what you're doing, and you'd be surprised. And the last one is hard money. So hard money is typically higher interest rate and higher points. So hard money goes from anywhere from say 8% to 15%, anywhere from 1 point to 5 points. And again, it depends on, all these things will depend on your credit score. It will also depend on your experience in investing. The more experience you have, higher your credit score is, the better off you are. So watch your credit score, make sure it's really good. You'll get better terms. ROI, is better if you're using someone else's money. Interest rates, points we went over. Term, now term on all of these, pretty much except for your own money. The term is you can take 2 or 3 years to flip a house if you want, and I know people who do that. It's just a part-time thing for them, and that works too. But on fix and flip lines of credit, private money and hard money, typically it's a year term. When I do evaluations, I put 6 months as expenses. I want to be closing to buying, closing to selling. I want to be in and out in 6 months. So a year is safe. Have I gotten close to a year before because things come up? Yes. So, but you can renegotiate and go another 6 months or 2 months or whatever. That's going to cost you more money, so you don't really want to do that. But it's not the end of the world if you go too long. So, but these are 4 different ways that you can finance your flip. Hopefully you guys can see that. And hopefully this was interesting to you. There are many other ways, and there's tons of information in between all the cracks of all these. I'd be happy to talk to you offline on that, but just want to give everybody a feel for what the money looks like for investing in flips. Money's not the hardest thing. Finding the good deal is the hardest thing. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully this was helpful. Have a great weekend. Fix and Flip Fridays. This was money.